Now, particularly finding the equation of a tangent to a given circle. So let's look at the circle in question, right? So say you are given information, and before we look at the information, also contact us on WhatsApp 0761988075. Please also send some questions and comments to papa.mkabela@gmail.com or youtube.lens.mkabela. Now, here we'll be determining the equation of the tangents to the circle y squared plus x squared minus 20 plus y, 4y rather, minus 2x is equals to 0 at the point 4 and 6. Now, for us to be able to do the following question, we should note that there are 4 steps involved. The first step being find the center of the circle. So you will then have to find the center of the circle. For you to find the center of the circle now, you have to know the equation of the circle. Remember that equation, x squared plus y squared is equals to r squared. That's the one you should note. And there is another one. So the long one I won't quote. However, let's start off by showing you how this works. So firstly, when you are finding the center of the circle, you need to then rewrite the following equation. You need to rewrite this equation in an orderly manner. So you'll start off by putting your y squared. You look at another y, so you have a positive 4y there, as well as you have your plus x squared, then you have your negative 2x. So I've grouped them nicely together, and then I'll transpose the 20, so the 20 to the other side. Now this all has to be put into equations that can factorize. So for example, if I were to add a constant to this part of the equation to have it factorize, I would then start off by saying, okay, y squared, right, plus 4y. I'm adding a constant, and remember what you do on the left you do on the right. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, so I'll have my 4 as a constant that I'm adding on the left hand side for the y. Now for the x, let's say plus x squared minus 2x. So here it's 1, so the 1 will be positive 1, and then you have your 20. What I do on the left I do on the right, so I'm adding the other constants, all those content that I added on the left. So plus 4 plus 1, and I will then have to rearrange this and put it in a form that is a circle. So inside brackets I can have my y plus 2 squared. Now this goes back to that, right? As well as you have your plus. Let's look at the other bracket, x minus 1 squared. Now this also goes back to that. All this is still over, so we add whatever is happening on the right hand side, 25, because those are all like terms. So therefore, for step 1, we would know for a fact that, okay, so we have points. The points are, let's start off with the 1, which is the x and for the y we have your -2. So the center is at 1 and -2. So we have found the center of the circle. That's step 1. Right? Now we are going to move on to the following step. Step 2. Remember, if you need help with mathematics and accounting, contact us on WhatsApp, or please send us some questions and comments on our Gmail or YouTube channel. Now we are gonna then look at what we need to do for the second step. Now for the second step, you need to find the gradient of the radius. So you need to find the gradient of the radius. So this is the second step for finding the gradient of the radius. You should note that you use the formula y2. It's like finding the slope minus y1, all this over x2 minus x1. And then you will start substituting into the formula. Firstly, note your points. You have the following points. You have your point 4 and -6, as well as your points, the one that we just did now, your 1 and -2. And clearly this will be your x1, y1, x2, y2. Now -2 minus, inside the brackets we'll have our -6, all this over x2, which is 1 minus 4. You therefore have a gradient of negative, let's go negative, because this becomes positive and then becomes a 4. However, the negative is based on the fact that the bottom will be negative, which is -3, and there is your gradient of the radius. Right? So we're good there. So we'll go to the third step of the equation. Again, if you're looking for help, we are there for you. Now step 3. For step 3, you will then have to find the gradient of the tangent. Now for finding the gradient of the tangent, you will then have to say mt is equals to, or rather mt is equals to something, right? So mt times m rad is equals to -1. So you are looking for mt. Now for the radius, you do know that it's -4/3 equals to -1. You will therefore have to divide both sides by -4/3. Divide this by -4/3. Now what you get is mt. The gradient of the tangent is equals to 3 over 4 positive. Now this you can cross multiply, bring that side, multiply, and then everything is all good. This is how you found the solution. That's your M3. Now let's look at how to find the equation of the tangent, right? So now we'll look at step 4, finding the equation of the tangent. Now if you need help with maths and accounting, contact us on 076 1988075. Now we'll be doing this again, solving. It's the 4th step. Now for the 4th step you find the equation of the tangent using, now for the 4th step you find the equation using let's go y minus y1, right? All this in bracket is equals to mt in brackets x minus x1. Alright, so we have that in check. So now we'll have to then start answering the question. The question now needs us to basically ensure that we know our y1, what is our y1 and what is our x1. So for y1 we go back to the points that we already have, where we will have your y is equals to, remember we're looking for the equation of the tangent, and that's a straight line depicted by y is equals to ax plus b or c, or whatever you want to call that constant. Now for y1, let's say we know that we had a negative 6. So negative times negative is positive 6, right? So for mt we know we got our 3 over 4, and then we carry on x minus for the other one it will be definitely 4, negative 4. So those signs change there. So now let's simplify this one side. 3 over 4x, and then you have this cancelling that, then you'll have your negative 3. On this side you will have your y plus 6. You therefore have y equals to 3 over 4x minus 9. That is your solution. So we have now found the equation of the tangent. So this is the equation of the tangent. Thank you.